Another cup of Maxwell House coffee, George?
Sure. Pour me a cup, Gracie.
You know, Maxwell House is always good to the last drop.
That drop's good, too.
Yes, it's Maxwell House Coffee Time, starring George Burns and Gracie Allen. With our special guest tonight, the romantic French singer Jean Sablon, yours truly, Toby Reed, Gail Gordon, Hans Conried, Meredith Wilson of the Maxwell House Orchestra, and Bill Goodwin.
For America's Thursday night comedy enjoyment, it's George and Gracie. And for America's everyday coffee-drinking enjoyment, it's Maxwell House. Today, more Americans buy and enjoy Maxwell House than any other brand of coffee at any price. Yes, Maxwell House. Always good to the last drop.
Friends have been invited to the Burns house for Thanksgiving dinner today, and Gracie has just finished stuffing the turkey. We find her now relaxing in the living room as she glances through the morning paper.
Is the dinner coming along all right, dear?
Oh, yes, everything except the pumpkin pie. I'm afraid we'll have to do without one.
Why?
Well, I finally got the dough around the pumpkin, but it kept rolling out of the oven.
You're supposed to... Well, never mind. It's too late. What are you reading?
The movie news. Here's an item about Jean Sablon. He's just arrived in Hollywood to make a picture.
Oh, yeah. He's that French crooner.
Mm-hmm. The women are crazy about him.
They go for him, huh?
Oh, yeah, just like Sinatra. You know, Blanche Morton has taken lessons so she can learn to squeal in French.
Sablon must be quite a sensation.
Mm-hmm. And it burns me up. He's not half the singer you are, Sugar Throat.
You really think I'm better?
Why, you can out-sing Jean Sablon with one tonsil tied behind you.
Oh, honey,
Nobody can make a song as believable as you. When you sing Chibaba, Chibaba, Chihuahua, you sound like a Chihuahua.
I guess I'm convincing. Yes.
Your voice is intoxicating, just like wine. See now, George, uncork the bottleneck of your throat and pour me out a quart of fermented melody.
Chababa, chababa, chihuahua, and shalawa, cookalaguma.
Oh, and they want Sablon to make a picture. Well, you're much better.
Chaba. Come in.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Oh, same to you, Dr. Miller.
Oh, you're joining us for dinner, aren't you, Doctor?
Yes, I thought I'd drop over and see if I could be of any help. Perhaps I can clean and dress the turkey.
Oh, no, thanks. He's clean, and I don't see any point in dressing him. We'd only have to undress him to eat him.
Yes, of course.
George and I were just talking about Jean Sablon. We can't understand why he's a more popular singer than George.
George sing?
Like a nightingale.
Well, I'd like to hear you, John.
Oh, I've got an idea. I'll play this record of Jean Sablon, and then George will sing, and you can compare them.
Wonderful. Have you studied voice, George?
No, it's just a natural talent, Doctor. I've sung practically all my life.
Well, haven't you even studied breathing?
No, he's done that practically all his life, too.
I missed 2 years.
Here's Jean Sablon singing Mamselle.
A small café, mademoiselle. Un rendez-vous, mademoiselle. The violins are warm and sweet, and so were you, mademoiselle. And as the night danced by, the keys became a sigh. Your lovely eyes seemed to sparkle just like wonder. No heart ever yearned the way that mine does for you. And yet I know too well someday you'll say goodbye. the violins will cry, and a song will I, Mademoiselle.
Well, there you are. Now, what has he got that George hasn't got? Just a French accent.
That's right.
Dr. Miller, you're a psychiatrist. Why is the French accent so appealing to women?
Well, you see, French is a very romantic language.
Mm-hmm.
It makes everything sound naughty. Suppose a Frenchman said to you, Allez me chercher un terrain d'eau chaud, je veux tremper mes pieds.
I tell him I was married.
What he said to you was, get me a pan of hot water. I want to soak my feet.
What a language.
Now, you see, George, that's why the women mob Jean Sablon.
Well, George, now I'm waiting to hear you sing.
Okay. Of course, I won't have any accompaniment.
Well, now bear in mind that you're singing a cappella.
What's that?
A cappella means without an orchestra.
Oh, I thought that was a Petrillo.
George, sing.
All right. Ain't misbehaving all by myself. Ain't misbehaving, I'm happy on the show.
Oh, Sablon, you fool, go back to France.
Yes. The scram, toot, sweet.
Well, Dr. Miller, analyze that. Why don't people mob George?
You mean to say they don't?
Well, no, and I can't understand it. Why isn't he as popular as Jean Sablon?
Yeah, how come?
Well, of course, this is more pathological than psychological, but I would say that you're retarded by a status arytenoideus, coupled with a laryngeal cachexia, and augmented by a diaphragmatic flexidity, rendering a severe trauma to the acoustical organs.
What does that mean?
Your voice stinks.
Well, I'm not limbered up yet. Get a load of this. From time to time in every climb, blessings come from above. To some unnamed, to others pay. Why, come in.
Look, Burns, as I know you have to kill a turkey to eat it, but do you have to choke the poor thing?
Nobody's choking a turkey.
No, Bill, George was singing for Dr. Miller.
Doc, you want to wind up in one of your own straitjackets?
I didn't realize the full extent of my request.
Now, the two of you stop teasing George. I bet if he were in Jean Sablon's picture, he'd steal it right from under him.
Well, there's no use daydreaming. It'll never happen.
Well, why not? I'll invite Mr. Sablon to have Thanksgiving dinner with us.
Yes, swell. Then after dinner, I'll sing for him.
Well, that'll be a fair exchange, George. You'll give him the cranberry, and he'll give you the raspberry.
Oh, quiet. Gracie, go get Sablon.
Yes?
Oh, hello, Mr. Sablon.
Voici une jolie demoiselle, très charmante, très belle.
Now, if you want to soak your feet, get your own hot water. You can't fool me with that sexy-sounding French.
What I do not understand, I said you were a beautiful little lady.
Oh, you really think so?
Yes.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll be glad to get you hot water.
Please, I do not wish to soak my feet.
Oh, all right.
Won't you come in, Miss?
Mrs. Burns.
Oh, you are married.
Yes, to George Burns.
I'm very sorry.
Well, it's the best I could do. Oh, you mean you're sorry I'm not single?
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you. Mr. Sablon, I'd like you to meet my husband and hear him sing. Could you join us for Thanksgiving dinner?
No, I'm afraid I can't.
Oh, please. In your honor, I'll serve the turkey with French dressing. Even the green salad will be French. I'll make it with Paris green. How about it?
Well, it sounds very tempting, but I have already accepted an invitation to dine with my friend Charles Boyer.
Charles Boyer?
Yes, so I will dine with him, and you will dine with your husband.
Oh. You wouldn't like to trade, would you?
No.
But you've just got to come over and hear my husband sing.
Well, some other time, perhaps. Today I am lonely for the companionship of another Frenchman.
Oh, I see. Another Frenchman. Uh-huh. Didn't I tell you my husband was French?
No?
Oh, well, I'll fix that right now. My husband is French. He was born and raised in Paris.
Oh, Paris? Which quarter?
Which quarter? All of them. Now, will you come and hear him sing?
No, really, I can't. Mr. Boyer is having a guest I'm most anxious to meet. He was a hero of the French underground during the war.
Oh, I see. A hero. Well, didn't I tell you my husband was an underground hero?
No?
Well, I'll fix that right now. He was an underground hero.
Under the gold?
No, under the ground. What a hero.
But Mr. Boyer's guest spent 5 years in the French underground. They call him the Avenger.
Well, my husband was underground even longer. They called him the Gopher. Won't you come and listen to him sing?
All right. I drove by on my way to Boyer's. But I can't stay for dinner.
Well, at least you can meet our friends and have an appetizer.
I enjoy that. Are you having pâté de foie gras?
No, but if you give me her number, I'll call her. The more the merrier.
Now, pâté is a sausage.
Well, we all can't have good figures. Now, here's our address, Mr. Sablon. See you in a half hour.
Au revoir, madame. Je vous remercie de votre charmante invitation.
Oh, your feet's still bothering you, huh?
Yes, they are killing me. I'll see you later.
The hills of home, friendly American hills. From the gently rolling eastern slopes to the towering western mountains, they look down today on a grateful nation, offering thanks. Yes, across the length and the breadth of this fortunate land, happy families are gathered together, celebrating this Thanksgiving holiday in a feasting and good cheer, enjoying the warm fellowship and generous hospitality that are such a traditional part of our friendly American scene. And the makers of Maxwell House Coffee are happy indeed that their coffee is such a familiar part of this American Thanksgiving Day scene. And they earnestly hope that their unceasing efforts to bring you the very best in coffee drinking pleasure will continue to add enjoyment to your Thanksgiving and to every day in the year.
Jean Sablon is really coming by to hear me sing.
Yes, Judge. And I'm sure he'll put you in his picture.
Ain't misbehaving all by myself.
Oh, by the way, George, to get him to come over, I had to tell him you were French. So be sure to sing in French.
But I only know one French word. Oui.
Well, throw that in. Sing Ain't Misbehaving All by My We.
I don't think it'll fool him.
Well, don't you know any other French?
Bonjour.
Oh. Well, can't you work that into a song?
Oh, sure. I'll sing I Came from Alabama with a banjo on my neck. I better stick to English.
Well, at least use a French accent.
Okay, I'll use an accent. I wish you wouldn't make up these stories about me. I don't like the idea of...
Oh, here he is. Come in.
Bonjour, madame. Oh, cet homme doit être votre mari, le soldat qui a une conduite magnifique en France.
Oh, still didn't get to soak your feet, huh?
Now, this man must be your husband.
Oh, yes. This is my husband, George Burns.
Bonjour. Is the pleasure?
The pleasure is mine, Mr. Burns. It is a real honor to meet the gopher.
George, I smell the turkey burning. Run into the kitchen and turn the fire down quick.
Okay. Excuse the moment. Gopher?
Well?
Madame Burns, are you sure your husband is a Frenchman?
Oh, yes. He's as French as Pierre's pig. You believe he was in the underground, don't you?
Yes, but why did you dig him up?
Gracie, the turkey was not burning.
Oh. Now, Mr. Sablon is ready to hear you sing, dear. Give him the best you've got.
Oui, oui.
Oh, better than that.
That was the door buzzer.
Oh, Finn.
Howdy, little lady.
Oh, hello, Mr. Judson.
Howdy, Burns. Hello. Sounds like you picked up a cold in the head.
Oh, no, he's all right. Mr. Judson, I'd like you to meet Jean Sablon.
Right happy to meet you, Johnny.
Mr. Sablon, this is our friend from Texas, Mr. Judson.
Well, I'm charmed, Monsieur Judson.
I can't quite place that accent. You must be from a part of Texas I ain't visited.
Mr. Sablon is from France.
Is that near Waco?
No, France is in Europe.
Europe? Well, now, that just goes to show how big Texas is. You know, I never even heard of that county. Say, you in the cattle business, Johnny?
Oh, no, Mr. Judson. This is Jean Sablon, the singer.
Oh, a singer. Well, I'd admire to listen to a piece. Let's hear Deep in the Heart of Texas, Johnny.
But I'm sorry, I do not know that song.
Oh, you know, the eyes of Texas are upon you?
No.
On the Alamo?
No.
Can you yodel?
No.
You better get in the cattle business, Johnny.
Well, I'm sure the songs you name are very lovely, but I do know what might please you. It is called Vous qui passez sans me voir, Why do you pass me by?
Okay, let her rip.
Vous passez sans me voir, passez-vous sans me voir. Un mot, je veux le dire, je vous aime. C'est ridicule, c'est bohème, c'est jeune et c'est triste. Aussi, bonsoir.
Oh, Mr. Sablon, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right, nice ditty. Hey, speak up, Burns. Tell your friend how good he sung.
This was good the way you sing that song.
Say, you're hissing pretty bad. You got up a plate trouble?
Oh, no. No, he's all right. Will you stay and have Thanksgiving dinner with us, Mr. Judson?
Oh, I'm obliged to you, little lady, but I'm flying home to Texas. Got a great big old fat gobbler waiting for me.
Oh, I bet you don't call your wife that to her face.
Oh, my wife. Oh, I like your sense of humor, man. Well, I've seen you.
Now I am ready to sing the song.
Oh, good. Now listen to this, Mr. Sablon. So, George, you're not trying.
That was again the door buzzer.
Oh, come in.
Well, happy Thanksgiving, Burnsie.
Oh, same to you, Bill. Do you know Mr. Jean Sablon?
Oh, sure. We met at the studio. Good to see you again, John.
Same to you, Bill. Are you a friend of this talented Frenchman? Who? The hero of France. Who? the gopher.
Oh, George. There you go.
I do not like this calling me the gopher.
Well, I don't blame you, George. Hey, George, your upper plate is loose. As I started to say, I don't blame you, George. Sablon, I dare you to step outside and call him a gopher. You'll get torn to pieces.
By whom?
By the gophers.
Thank you.
Now, boys, no more talking. Mr. Sablon is waiting to hear a song from that glorious entertainer, the male Hildegard.
Well, but Gracie, I'm not prepared.
Yeah, Bill, now...
But I recite almost as well as I sing, so I'll do a little dramatic recitation. The boy stood on the burning deck, the flames he would not douse, for he was holding over them a pot of Maxwell House. It's rich, delicious, and mellow, he cried, good to the last drop. I'll stay right here, though I may get a hot foot all the way up. It's coffee at its very best. Gracie, I was just coming to the best part. The part where the boy says that more people buy and enjoy Maxwell House than any other brand of coffee in the world.
But, Bill, Mr. Sablon came to hear George sing.
Yes, Bill, I want to hear this gallant hero.
Hero?
Monsieur Burns was in the underground.
Underground, huh? You know, I knew lots of people told him to go there, but I didn't think he ever went. Well, so long, Go.
What is this underground talk?
Why, you...
Oops, I smell the turkey again.
I smell something, too. But isn't that turkey?
Quick, George, to the kitchen.
Stop telling me. Stop telling.
Oh, you know, he's so modest, he hates to talk about his war experiences.
Madame Burns, are you sure your husband was in the underground?
Oh, yes, he has a medal from the French government.
I find that hard to believe.
Why?
For in France, when a man gets a medal, the general kisses him. Now I ask you, who would kiss the gopher?
Oh, so you don't think a French general would present him with a medal, huh? Well, you just wait right here. Now, have you got everything straight, Meredith?
I think so, Gracie. I'm a French general who has a medal for George.
Yes.
I'll use this medal of mine for the presentation.
Wonderful.
Oh, what French general shall I be?
Oh, the most famous one you can think of. Now, count to 10 and come in. Sorry I had to leave you for a moment, Mr. Sablon. Where's George?
He is still in the kitchen.
Oh, good.
Hello, all. Allow me to introduce myself. I am that famous French general, Meredith W. Napoleon.
Oh.
I have come to present La Medal to La gallant son of La Belle France, George La Burns.
Look, I'm his wife. I'll take it. Goodbye.
Now, 1 minute, please. You are Napoleon?
Yeah. Pretty famous, huh?
Oh, very famous indeed. Tell me, how is Josephine?
Josephine who?
Josephine Bonaparte.
I don't believe I've met her.
She's your wife.
Oh, her. Oh, she's fine, thanks.
Well, I'm so glad to hear it. Could you give me any news of Waterloo?
Well, she's fine, too. Well, here's the medal.
Now, let me see it, please. This medal says to Meredith Wilson, 4th place in the Mason City, Iowa Corn Shucking Contest.
Following year, I won 3rd place.
I say, the turkey is cooked.
And so is your goose.
Huh?
Mr. Burns, you are not a Frenchman.
Okay, I'm tired of pretending anyhow. It was all Gracie's idea. She said if you thought I was French, you'd like my voice better.
No, not at all. I will be happy to judge your voice on its own merit.
Well, that's fair enough. Get a load of this. Oh, down in the garden where the red rose grows. Oh, I love you so. Love me like a flower. Don't you dare to holler. Lord, come and learn that. Well, how do you like it?
Sir, you should have a medal. The highest honor of France, la Légion d'honneur.
Oh, how wonderful.
Any man who is brave enough to sing with a voice like yours deserves it.
George and Gracie will return in just a moment. Join us again Thursday when we'll all be back. George Burns, Gracie Allen, Bill Goodwin, Meredith Wilson, and the Maxwell House Orchestra, and yours truly, Toby Reed. The George Burns and Gracie Allen Show is written by Keith Fowler and Paul Henning. And now, here are our stars.
Well, Gracie, next week our guest star will be the groaner himself, Bing Crosby.
Oh, yes, what a duel of voices that'll be. Bing Crosby versus Sugar Throat Burns. Don't show him up too badly, George.
Might make the cut.
Oh, when Crosby hears you sing, he'll turn green.
You think so?
Naturally. When you sing, everybody turns green.
Chababa, chababa, chihuahua.
Oh, you dog.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure that millions of Americans today have given thanks that they live in a free country. But that's not enough. Having freedom is like having a good job. If you want to keep it, you have to work at it. Here's what we must do. Take a more active part in our national life. Use the vote and the other rights the Constitution gives us. Take more pride in our accomplishments as a people. At the present time, many nations are swaying between the idea of a totalitarian state and democracy, not knowing which to choose. That their decision should be in favor of freedom is of the utmost importance to us. So let's set an example that'll make their choice the right one. Remember, freedom is everybody's job.
Hey, where do you live now, Flo?
I live in Idaho.
And what do you eat now, Flo?
Eat? I eat Jell-O.
Jell-O in those 6 delicious flavors: strawberry, raspberry, cherry, orange, lemon, and lime.
Jell-O, 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 Jell-O. J-E-L-L-O.
Be sure to listen next week when our guest will be Bing Crosby. Until next Thursday, good night and good luck from the makers of Maxwell House, America's #1 preferred brand of coffee.